It's been a while since I played Ogroids, but if you're new to the game or returning to the game and you're looking for something easy to play, this is probably one of the best things that you could do. And it's only around 6,000 scraps for the entire deck, and a lot of the cards you could use in other monsters' decks or other decks in general, because we have a good variety of neutral cards, as well as just good mid-range slams like the Jotun play and so forth. So you know, give it a try if you're just looking to climb and not have to think too much about it. It's actually a pretty relaxing deck to play. It's just not very critical thinking. It does have some control, so you can deal with a lot of the common matchups, and I'll explain kind of how you would run things. So we have the Carapace leader ability. On the order, you can boost an allied unit by 3 if it's non-neutral and give it Veil. That's going to obviously help protect us against things like poison and locks, for example, but mainly we're just using this to get Might, and Might's a keyword you're going to see a lot in this deck, and what it means is if there's a unit with 10 or more power on each of the rows, you know, the Might ability will trigger. So in the instance of King Crumb, on deploy, if we have Might, gain Resilience, and the base power of this card is equal to the number of ogroids in our starting deck. We have 18 ogroids in this deck. I've seen decks go up to like 20 or 21. That's great and everything, but this card often eats a heat wave anyways. So I figure let's keep it humble. 18 points of resilience is nothing to scoff at. That's crazy good. And, you know, when he does work, all the better. And also, a lot of these decks are having things like Osril, which I think is great, but I didn't want to go the old Spear Tip route anymore because there were so many locks going around, especially with the Dimeridian Shackles getting a buff. I didn't think that we're going to be able to summon out Spear Tip from the Spear Tip Asleep and actually be able to get that 18 power unit that we would go and consume later in the grave. So again, I didn't want to have to include this card, which will likely get locked, to bring out the other card and then potentially have that brick. So I took different measures for thinning. I went with Knickers and I went with Lady of the Lake so that we could pull into an Echo, being either the Oneiromancy and Erendite. We can get this as an auto thin to help increase tempo for the Erendite, and we don't have to worry about all that crap. If you don't like the way that I do things here, then you can go ahead maybe and do it the other way. I don't mind it so much. I'm just thinking that, again, we're going to see a lot of shackles, and so I have earlier when I was playing a different deck today, tons of shackles on the ladder, only 4 provisions. So, you know, it would really kind of hurt to trade to that, then not get the thin and have to rely on that for the thin, and then because we didn't go and do that, then we don't get other gold cards. That's kind of the problem that I was facing, or was anticipating that I would be facing. So this comes down to the 18. Hopefully we get Resilience. This is going to allow us to play any card from our deck, which, again, we have good specials, but we also have good units, so to be able to choose is really effective. With Erendite, it did get a buff. I say buff. It did get a nerf from 10 provisions to 11 provisions. What that means is it's a bit more difficult to fit in the deck, but it still has merit in a deck like this, because on blue coin, we're going to be having a 20-point Erendite every single game. On red coin, we can quickly flip the script by playing something like a Jotun or a Goliath, and hopefully, you know, Dog comes out of deck and kind of helps with that. So that's the sort of thing. It's a good control option. In addition to that, we have Heat Wave. We can get rid of any scenario. We can get rid of any tall unit, whatever the case may be. We're good. We have Riptide as well. Very oppressive card. Got buffed this patch down to 9 provisions from 10. So it's back to that whole thing. And what's nice about this here is if we have Might at the end of our turn while in hand, gain 1 armor, it's going to be the best Riptide that you could take in the game is going to be within Ogroids, obviously, because we're playing around that keyword the whole game. So in a perfect scenario, you could actually go into a short round 3 with Riptide, full armor, and not take any sort of damage whatsoever. And that's like crazy power slam. Pretty much nothing beats it. You come in with an Erudite after, you come in with whatever else, and you just win the game. So we have that. Lady of the Lake for consistency, talked about it. Jotun depends on having 2 of the Ice Giants in deck. They don't do a whole lot, right? 7 for 5 is not a very good number. So, you know, this coming down at 15 is really cool. And what's nice is that if we do have to play these from pocket, we don't feel as bad about it because we do have an option to go and consume them from the grave and trade up a little bit. So basically having 2 of these at 7, having 2 of these at 9 makes the average points per 5 and 8, you know, for factoring in a few cards together, which is really good. It's, you know, acceptable. So we have it that way, but our ideal target for the ghoul consumed from the grave is actually going to be the enraged Cyclops. With this one here, it starts with a timer of 7, and it will reduce, you know, every single turn. It basically will reduce that number as well by the amount of ogroids that we have in our hand. So the more stacked we are, the earlier we play this, the better that it is for us. We can take this out of the graveyard for 10 points later on, plus this is 12 for 5, so we trade up even more. And then we have the ogre warriors. We have a bunch of things on the board with 10 or more power. We can use leader to manipulate that even more so, and then we can just slam these for 12, 14, 16 points, whatever the board state allows us to, only for 6 cost. So really good stuff there. Fuka is Thrive 2. It's also an ogroid, so these can play for easily 10 points. They're also really good lock baits and really good removal baits, so then other things might stick. And you know, if we do have a point slam sitting on the board, like something like an ice giant or a necker warrior that doesn't really do anything, especially if we have a ghoul but we don't have graveyard set up, Cyclops is really good for helping do that. We can destroy an adjacent allied unit, then damage an enemy by the destroyed unit's power. So just killing off the 7 to kill one of their really strong engines, then going and consuming from the grave is a very good recycled play. And of course, a couple more engines to make things worse. We have the Fukas being a couple here. We have the Ice Trolls being a couple more. It's basically 1 point per turn, assuming that we have Might, which again is easy to acquire. These cards kind of suck in a 3 or 4 card round 3, so try to play them early. What you kind of want to have going into later game is probably your ghouls, maybe a Goliath or something, maybe a Riptide if you didn't have to spend it, hopefully the carryover from Crumb, and definitely the Erendite, and you should just win most games. I'm finding that this is really oppressive right now, at least at the rank that I'm playing it at. I could see this doing fairly well in pro rank as well, just because of the sheer tempo. This deck favors blue coin. It has ways to kind of get ahead on red coin, so you're not sort of matchup or coin dependent with this deck. But again, things you got to be careful about. Obviously, if you're playing into Nilfgaard poison, like a status Nilfgaard deck would be really bad for this. Syndicate poison, we're not seeing a whole lot of that, but that would be terrible for this. And you know, there's a few others that where if we just give decks a long round and they have a lot of engines, they could potentially outpoint this. But again, it kind of comes down to taking round control early and just dictating the pace of the game and sort of slamming out as much as we can and getting them to have to overcommit. But when they overcommit, it's a little late to get things started, so they lose value based off of that. So again, it sounds like a lot. It's actually very just easy to play, and today I felt like doing one of those kind of decks. So hope you enjoy the video. If you have any recommendations or requests for things you want to see for the next few days, let me know in the comments as well, and I'll have a look at those and see what I can do. And if there's any indie games or any other card games you want me to give a try, I'm open to ideas. I recently started doing a bit more of that on the channel. I posted another card game a couple days ago, and I plan to continue doing that as well. So that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys soon. All right, we got Imprisonment coming up here first. I'm completely fine with Crumb at 18, honestly. Okay, the hand is actually not bad. This does proc Thrive. It's a good removal. I'm actually taking no mulligans. I think we'll be alright. So timer 7, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's instant. I'm gonna do this. The fact that I'm on blue, Erendite's going to be massive. It's been a while since I've played a sword deck, so I'm actually very excited about this. Now keep in mind, that kind of sucks here. Cultists. I mean, if you lock it, you can't infuse it, so there's that. I could just kill that right now. It's not like it's doing anything. So that's for the scenario. And there's no way around it. Unless I hit for 11. I can't. Right? I think we're just gonna have to obviously click this, but play the counter down. Yeah, it's just gonna have to happen here. Because then they take that chapter 1. I guess we're just doing this. Goes to 10, we start getting might value off of the Riptide.
These I obey. These I sign a treaty with.
Contemplating whether I want to use a leader charge here. I think we're supposed to save them for later. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a little slow if I play one of these. Let's just play Jotun.
Spin the wheel. Set the stage.
I guess I'm taking Chrome, honestly. Make them use that removal. This deck generally has Vilgeforts. I think this would be a decent pass as well. Okay, of course, Vincent. That's painful, bro. It is real painful.
To be emptied,
I gotta stay in. So we got 2. It's probably as good as it's gonna get. Unless I go for a Goliath.
Welcome back, Geralt of Rivia.
It's at 6. Okay. Wonder if I should just, you know. It does a lot of that. Nah, let's stick to the script here. I just don't want to use arrow 2 in round 2. I'd rather try to save it to the end of the game.
the stars align.
That's probably the best pass I'm going to get. Got 7 on the armor. I've got a heat wave still. Erendite's at 8. And I have a Cyclops. And I have 3 charges here, so they can't do infusions off the other one. So, it's not all bad. And this deck doesn't have Osriel, so this doesn't mean anything. Just based on how round 1 went, I think we win. I'm gonna put this back for endgame. These are good. I have 1 and 2. Don't necessarily have to play this either, but it's a good throw card. It's an even better throw card now. Can't infuse locked. Should I just go 50-50 on it? Or do I just go for Erendite? I feel like Erendite's less of a commitment right now. This is going to be a... It's all the same. I'll let them think they have something going on here. But then again, that could very well be my best heat wave. Especially because short round 3 I have tempo. Yeah. So I keep card advantage. Ton of points. They're going to play for 9 points. 9 and 12 on the ghouls. It's probably the best hand we're going to get, right? I'm going to start off small, probably. So what's this going to? This is going to... Imagine round 3 Calvite. We could just go for it, right? Could just always do this too. Oh, they're cooked.
Long live the Emperor! Long may he reign!
Yeah, I could use this to perfectly manipulate the board states so that we get the best value here. Now you just got, what, a poison package of all things? It's gonna have to be this. Let's try to get some more armor on this.
Drinking can be hazardous to your health.
I mean, it plays for 16. Problem is my lowest is this. But we take the armor off. I'm just going to do it like this. We kill a 4, and then we just get that locked up. And then Erendite could be used on something good. So it's at 17. Yeah. Alright, next up here we got Battle Trance. We'll see. Gremist will kill Crumb. But we'll see. This can wait for now. If I pull Oneiromancy, she's dead, but that's what? Not that high of a chance. Good. They're going for it, man.
Trust equally in heart and mind.
I gotta get points on the board fast. I think what we're gonna do... Do we take a turn off the sword? Nah, I think we play curve. Honestly. I don't want to go too crazy, because they could just win the round off of Gedneth, so... Doesn't really make sense to do too much. Oh, man. So you better be going for a 2-0. I could kill one of them. Again, I think we just wait. Hey, that helps. Okay. I need might quick. Let's do one of these. Trying to decide how far we go here with this. Do you have a heat wave? Yeah, just as I thought. It was inevitable, right? So. I think we're still playing the engine route. Don't have to win round one, we just have to get a few more turns of value on Erendite, that's all.
Go to you, narrow stem, Scoia'tael. What's one Scoia'tael?
So we're sitting at not enough. Jotun's probably good to save. But then again, we want to have more value for this. So maybe we actually play Jotun and get more commitments out of the way. Let's do it. Keep in mind, I still have a heat wave for reach, you know? And it's probably going to be one of these. Could have almost killed the Goliath. If I deal for 16, it hits. If I take 1 liter charge, then I can get 6 boost. So 12 plus the 3 is 15. It puts me over. I think we're doing this, so we have 2 on each row. We get over by 1 here. That's a very slow one. I'm taking heat wave now. So it's going to resolve at the end of their turn. So if they play an alchemy, they're not going to get the benefit from it. Just on the one, so it's a single boost. Erendite's at 6. So we get a free bleed. I think this is actually a pretty cool card to have in this deck, Sarquan. When I say free bleed, I mean we're actually going to do that, you know? Is this my second one? Yeah. I'll be pulling this for... It's honestly not bad. They don't know I have Erendite though, so it's gonna help me a lot. Okay, yeah. Let's prevent this round 3 by any means, if we can. Don't think we can, but... I'll take one of these at 9. So if they have Oddcoal plus the 4 swing on the crows, that's 16, 20. And then Oddcoal brings back... Yeah, they still have a lot of points. They need to play something above 5 power. Because I don't want to hit this or this, right? Or this. I guess I could play into Might here. Or try to. Nah, it's not going to work too well. That's fine.
We serve her who is virgin, mother, and crone.
What am I supposed to do? I think we're just supposed to 2-0. Yeah.
Our world is in harmony.
Round 3, I think we lose that. I mean, Erendite would be huge, but next victim, I mean, next up here is Scoia'tael, Deadeye Ambush. And we're on blue, let's go! So this can go back for now. These two in round 1's really good to help set up the ghouls. I think I'm going to... I was going to say not care about Cyclops. I actually don't think I need to worry about Cyclops. This can go back for now. Just casual 10 points. This is not your typical deck. They got Dunka. Now I kind of wish I had it. Dunka in a long round 1's kind of foul, right? Maybe we just take Riptide, honestly. Yeah, it's like it is kind of foul. I'm contemplating actually saving this.
Yes, that would fit perfectly.
Nah, let's just do it. Let's do it. Boost it up a little bit just so it's safe. That's a lot of points. Arrow's only at 3. I should probably take Cyclops. Now I wish I held it. Oops. This would be a fairly good tempo pass.
The soil is fertile with magic, and dead to one.
I got nothing for it. 0. Let's just wait. I'm up by 30 points, you know? Oh, jeez. Yeah, I'm out. Okay. Oniro into Simless just to get ahead's really good.
You are no lunet of mine.
That's random. Caress without Dryads. Erendite should be in really good shape right now. Yeah, 6. I gotta figure out the might situation.
War will be our downfall.
If they're gonna go in for orbs... It's gonna have to be arrow on an empty board, right? So that's one seer out of the way, and they've played one copy, and they brought back that copy. So they have another copy, plus anything they can create off the second harvest. There it is. I just really hope you don't. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. We're actually chilling. This bleed's kind of strange. I'm gonna try to get Crumb down quick. Protector into probably another one. Yeah. It's still gonna be Crumb here. Because then I can pivot towards the Fuka play. The fact that they've already played Simless tells me that, you know, it's not too bad. That's a good heat wave for me. Oh, is that what the move is? That's interesting. I've never in my life seen this leader for Gezras. If we can get to round 3, Arrow's going to be in the teens for sure. Yeah, I guess Whisperers making bodies for Gezras is good, but then if they fill up, it's not. Damn. It's gonna have to be an awkward, random leader charge to stay in it. And I don't want to take away... I'm going to have to go here just because I don't want to play into Heatwave more. Something tells me you've got Tall Punish if you're comfortably bleeding here. That's annoying. We take this one first, right? Probably for the 10. And then I could play this and save this, because this is conditional. This is just something we play. Yeah, so we win the game. I think they're hoping that we go all in on this, but... Actually, we are going all in on this, okay. I mean, I got 18 points of carryover. It does not matter. So, plus the 3, plus the 12. It's just, yeah, you see? Okay, we got White Frost coming up here next. It's probably going to be the last game of the video. We're going to get some mad value off Fuka. It's going to keep getting damaged, then we thrive it back. Let's put back Sword for now. Obviously put the dog back. Get Oniro, that's perfect. So naturally it's going to be Oniro into Lady of the Lake, into Erendite. We just got to figure out how we can get ahead quick. When, realistically, this round wants me to start slow. I might just play Jotun, honestly. I don't know, we'll see. Probably not. It took me a minute to realize what was going on here. Yeah, it's not what I looked like.
Special offer, buy now and receive an extra whip.
We get some value out of it, right? I just don't want to split my rows, but I have to. We gotta play them down far enough so that they play their Wrath. If they have Imlerith's Wrath, it takes out Crumb for free, and I don't think I'm willing to deal with that, you know what I mean? It has to be adjacent allied, so we don't really want to do it this way. This is such an awkward round for me. I guess we at least get a point on the sword. That's a lot of frost. And this doesn't work. I might actually fall back here in a minute. I just don't think it's worth it. But we have to wait out the frost, too. Jeez. I've been trying to record a lot today, so my voice is kind of hoarse. I did, again, another video I wasn't really happy with that I just kind of scrapped. I'm just getting back into the rhythm, you know? Yeah. I think I have to put pressure on, but I don't want to obviously put too much pressure on. So let's do let's just do one of those and save Goliath and try to get this to resolve, you know? Foglet coming down at 9. It's killable soon. Unless we just do it now. 37 though. I think we are still doing it. Unless I just take the Riptide on it, which is reasonable. But this feels like a better trade. Riptide's kind of a good card, you know? That's what we'll do. So 3, 6, 9 there. I should have done it on this row, damn it. Whatever, it's still a bunch of points. If I lose by 2, you know why. Should have put it on this and played this on here. Dumb. But if it gets killed anyways, it's whatever, you know? I could play this. I could take this. I need better cards. That's good. Okay. I'm gonna go for might quickly so we can start getting armor. And then I'm gonna play this. So it'll be 1 then 2. This is pretty good for later. Maybe it's actually Goliath. So they have a really good swing with Qcento. Saparian Phantom? I'm contemplating if I should just take Riptide here. We barely get hit. And it procs Thrive. This is so oppressive, holy crap. Like, it feels wrong, you know? I'm actually not still going. I think I'm just gonna pass. I mean, that's a good 10 points. We get Thrive off that. I think this is where we leave, though. Because this will go below might. This won't work. I don't know. I mean, Qcento is going to be a lot of points. I don't think it's enough points to get it in 1. Here. I could see it coming down for 30 though, honestly. I wasn't really counting, you know? Whatever it comes down to.
Behold our new home.
The fact that we could just disrespect Frost like this with just such a binary solitaire deck is kind of crazy. Here comes the Riptide, which is not enough. So I'm sitting on a 2-card advantage. Yeah, it's over.